You know, some people really love these Mac computers. I got one over here. Yeah. I think they're nothing but a goddamn pain in the ass if you want to know the truth. Not only do you have to relearn all the goddamn operating systems, but they don't always work the way you want them to work. So I don't understand why people are so in love with them. Every time I try to use one, it just gives me trouble. Anyway, I'm sticking with Dell's and Microsoft, as much as I hate the motherfuckers. Anyway, I made a video over there, which didn't come out apparently, about I took a sick day today from work, from TriMet, because we at TriMet actually get to have a sick day. I think more than half of Americans don't get that luxury. It shouldn't be a luxury, but it is in this country. You know, all of Western Europe has built-in stuff like that, but not here. In this country, you consider yourself lucky if you get a sick day. And I thought about it because I was feeling guilty. It's like I do have this ethic about things. I do have an ethic about doing wrong or right, and I started saying, well, you know, I probably could bear through it. You know, I have very little energy and I have congestion problems, but I'm faced with a 10-hour day of driving with that, and I started thinking, well, wait a minute. Fred Hanson's being paid $1,000 a day, and he gets to travel the world and come and go fairly much as he pleases. And he gets free plane tickets, free expense accounts, all of them. Mary Fetch, who doesn't get anywhere near the kind of money he does, but she just gets to come and talk to the press when they ask her questions, and go to openings and drink champagne with all the big shots. And here we have the public, the press and the public who just hates us. And I'm thinking to myself, well, wait a minute, you know, what am I worrying about ethics for when I'm working in a place right now that has absolutely, in a public that absolutely couldn't give a shit about me, would love to see my health benefits stripped away, never has a problem with Fred or anything, you know, they just concentrate on our benefits and our pork barrel salaries, of course, which are nothing but middle wage, but that's a whole other discussion. So I said, no, I'm going to take the sick day, because labor unions have worked hard to get that, and I know they're trying to take it away from us now, and hopefully labor unions aren't going to let that happen. I mean, we're going to stand up and draw a line in the sand somewhere and say no more of this. And you know, and I was thinking, you know, it's lucky that bus drivers are pretty much a bunch of computer illiterate people, and they really don't have the slightest idea what's happening online. Very few bus drivers actually use computers in any kind of literate sense. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing for that too, because if they were exposed to the kind of vicious comments that I read at the various blogs around Portland, if they could see how badly some of the people in this area think of us, they would never come to work. Nobody would ever work here. Nobody would ever give a shit about anything. When you hear half the comments are so rabidly anti-TriMet bus driver, and the media just keeps pounding us relentlessly with their crap over and over. You know, let's find a bus driver who has a suspended license, and then we will project that into being all bus drivers might have suspended license, or all bus drivers are irresponsible. Let's find a bus driver who's lost his temper and got involved in a fisticuff. Nobody was hurt. There was no damage to anything, but we'll build that up and make it look like the Boston Strangler works at TriMet. We'll turn a nothing incident into something huge. You know, the way the media projects this stuff, you think that our bus driver was a strangler, and he went around strangling people, and they found out about him, and there was like 10 dead bodies all over the city, and he was working at TriMet. That's the way the media projected that. Look at the stories they've written about that. They got a picture up there. This is a disgrace. It's a disgrace the way the media is treating us. And so what do I care about my sick time? If I'm not feeling good, I ain't going to work, okay? And I ain't going to feel bad about it, okay? Maybe Fred can learn how to drive a bus. Let the public figure out how to get around, okay? If all of us started using our sick time instead of having any ethics about it, we'll see how the public does without any TriMet around, okay? Because that's what they want. They don't want any TriMet. Well, let's give them a taste of that and see how well they would do in the city without TriMet around.